Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 13th of August. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
Gary, Tuesday the 13th of August, just in case you haven't rung my mother, it is my mother's birthday. So
I must.
happy birthday to my mother and happy birthday to my father who was on the 10th.
He was.
And happy birthday to your late father, who would have been how old today?
My father would have been 110, I think it was, Philip. So you know, I'm sad he's not with us, but I couldn't really expect it. But August the 10th, both of our dads, same day. So happy birthday, David.
Happy birthday to my mother, my father, your late father, and my son Jacob, who will be also in August. August is a big month, and of course it's the racehorse's birthday.
Jacob's the 20th. Jacob's the 20th.
20th of August.
I thought, I'm a good uncle, Gary, still. Good uncle,
What about the horse's birthday?
Yeah, well, we celebrated the horse's birthday, but I think also, Philip, I think you called in this weather because last week we had we had GPTV. It wasn't so sunny and beautiful, but you've declared.
I declared spring.
You declared spring's here.
Spring
has
sprung.
I think any GPTV watcher would almost think it's a little bit spooky because, you know, it's really winter, but you declared the end of winter. You called the death of winter and the start of spring, and the weather has come on board. So
it's beautiful, Gary. And let me tell you, for viewers, here is my iPhone. I have a lot of contacts in my iPhone. There's a lot of people I can call. There's a lot of people that will take my call. There's also a lot of people that won't take my call. But I've got contacts in high places. And how good is spring? How good is the weather? How good's 20 degrees, Gary? That's my favourite temperature.
It's a good one.
My range, 20 to 25. That's about as much as I can cope with.
I actually got a little bit of sunburn on the weekend doing an auction. Who would have thought in like 18 degrees? But, you know, both of us are not exactly known for our beautiful olive complexions, Philip, are we? So we must be careful.
We don't have a strong Mediterranean connection,
not
really,
particularly.
do we?
Not particularly. I was a bit saddened on the weekend, Philip, because I drove past in Hawthorne Road, I drove past the TAB and it shut down. And, you know, I think it's a sad sign of the times. I learnt my best Greek in the TAB, Philip, because, you know, you would go there and you'd have a few people screaming. Of course, you know, the Greek community have done so much for Australia, and we've got a lot of Greek friends and clients. But I tell you what, I learned a lot when they were screaming on the, you know, screaming at the television screen, calling the jockey a malacca and everything else. And I've got to say, I think it held me in good stead for when I actually went to Greece, Philip. So I quite like that.
Do you know what a ridiculous thing to talk about? No. Having said that, good on the governments around Australia and the federal government for wanting to impose a ban on gambling. Every time you put sport on now, all it is
a ban on gambling ads. Yeah,
right. I've got to tell, I'm sick of it. You watch the footy, there's gambling. You watch the tennis, there's gambling. Every sport is now dominated by gambling, except, of course, for Australia's incredible gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal tally at the Olympics.
Well, you don't think you can gamble in the Olympics?
I'm sure you can.
You are crazy. I had lunch with a mate, and he said to me, "I'm telling you, bet our swimmers because you can't get it." Like, he's making a living out of betting on the Olympics. He's got to wait another 4 years, so you can bet on that too. Two flies on the wall. Phil, this is the land of the gambler, so you can take the ads off.
It's a good Aussie spirit. We're known for two things. We're known for punching above our weight at the Olympics, and congratulations to Australia on their Olympic medal count. Congratulations to Ray Gunn, who has been vilified around Australia for her attempt at breakdancing or break, whatever it was. Here's the thing, and I say good on her. She gave it her best shot.
She had a crack.
She had a crack. She got in. She got selected. I mean, if anybody's going to take a crack, it's got to be the Olympic selection committee. But they selected her. She's given it a good crack. Apparently, there was method to her madness. Having said that, there has been an announcement that is one sport that is not going to make the next Olympics. So that has been cut. And quite frankly, there is a number of sports. Gary.
And what about the
Olympics that just shouldn't be? There's no place at the Olympics for some of these fringe, silly sports.
I reckon you should add more sports. I reckon you should have Scrabble in there. You have words with friends. I think you can add, you know, punting. I reckon you should Australia. How good would we go in the punting? I reckon punting should be an Olympic sport. Gambling, punting, swearing. But look, that young lady you mentioned, you know, who did the what was her name?
Ray Gunn.
You know, that is the Australian spirit. You know, put someone in, have a go, see how you go, and then tear them down and have a whole tall poppy thing and bring them back down to earth.
There's two schools of thoughts going on around her because on one school of thought, everybody's piling on as in good on her, she had a go, and it's kind of the Australian joke.
Yeah, of course.
And then there are all the haters. I hate the haters.
I hate the haters too. But
just
I don't
want to pile on.
I hate the haters, but I like the knockers, Phil, because the
Knockers
knockers are fun. And I reckon
there's
we
a
should...
big difference between a knocker and a hater.
And you should celebrate the knockers, because as part of the good Aussie spirit, and at a time where everyone's so ready to get offended, I reckon the knockers still got a place in society.
Imagine if that was an Olympic sport.
Oh, the knockers, Australia. See, that we should introduce, right? The knockers, you know.
Knockers.
The
you could have
people
a
that sit
sport.
back and
You could have a sport, right?
Yeah, like Google Box or whatever it is.
An
Google Box.
obscure sport. And then you could have like 10 commentators,
Yes.
right? And you have to be selected to be a commentator. And then there is knock the commentator, or the commentator knocks the sport. So it's interactive.
And I reckon you'd see everybody just collapse, wouldn't you? You'd see, you know, all the different countries that try to knock, you know, you might, because they're too polite, right? They're too polite. Australians, by history, we're not polite people. No. We like to have a go. We like to have a knock. We like to compete. And how about our footy? Talking about our footy teams, you're gone, and Carlton's
no better.
Carlton's shocking injuries.
Anyway, can we get into real estate, viewers? Thanks for watching up until this point. We're going to talk about real estate. We've got some interesting stats, Gary.
Not really.
No,
you're just trying to build a bit of a show.
I've got some interesting stats
they're not
here.
interesting.
No, I'll tell you.
You're just going to try to make them interesting.
Here's an interesting stat. Melbourne had 844 auctions across the weekend.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Sydney had
How will I sleep tonight?
Sydney had 632.
Oh, wow.
Brisbane came in with 141 auctions.
Yep.
Adelaide beat Brisbane with 145 auctions. Perth, an incredible 11 auctions.
Yeah.
Tasmania, 1 auction.
And did it sell?
It's not reported.
Everyone, the whole of Tasmania is poised, you know. Everybody's in Tasmania.
Everybody's just looking up at the screen. It's a frozen moment in time, right? You go to the Tasmanian airport today, and everybody's just standing there waiting.
Exactly
for
right. For the screen for that result.
Sold
was
passed in.
it?
They didn't even report it. One auction, Tasmania.
And they probably got...
one auction. All you had to do is pick up the phone.
Just report it. We don't care if it didn't sell. Just let us know, because the whole of Tasmania, everyone stopped today, you know. And of course, everybody in Tasmania is kind of connected, and some say related, but the whole of Tassie...
One Tasmanian should just tell their cousin.
Exactly right. And then everyone will know. You don't need to put it on the news. You don't have to put it on anywhere. That could
Tasmania,
be also...
one auction, one job.
Yeah, one sale. That's exactly right. Maybe we should find out that person. Get them on GPTV. We've got to get some more people on GPTV. You know, we've got an economist who wants to come on. We've got a journalist that's
Do you
keen
want
to
a
come on.
Tasmanian on, Gary?
I want. If there's a Tasmanian watching this that wants to come on GPTV, just give us.
Come on in. Come on in.
We'd be happy to have you.
And come and be the spokesman for your one auction, which you did not report.
How about that as an Olympic sport? Auction clearances.
Yep.
How do you reckon we go? You know, do you reckon the Chinese or the Germans or the Greeks or the Italians
it'd be pretty safe to say,
I reckon
Gary,
Australia,
that Australia,
America, we'd knock them all off.
We'd be gold medals.
England,
I reckon we'd be gold, silver, and bronze. I reckon Victoria would come in with gold.
Yep.
New South Wales would come in with silver, and Tassie would give it a really good shot.
I reckon they would. I reckon, Phil, that's got to be an Olympic sport. Auctioneering.
Okay, Gary, let's jump in. Tell me about the weekend. Tell me about what happened. Tell me about what sold, what didn't sell.
You're in a bit of a rush today.
Results.
He's about to make this is what he's like when he's about to make a sale. He's got a sale, got a meeting in 20 minutes. And look, I'm obviously a beneficiary of that sale, so I shouldn't be holding him up for making it. But just because I know he's a bit angst and a bit antsy, I'm just going to drag it out a little bit just to see if that sale goes ahead or not. Anyway, you've had a very busy time, haven't you, Phil? With lots of deals happening.
Well, I've had a very busy time.
You've had very productive.
You chose to take July off.
Well, you know, I thought maybe the best way for you to perform well in July is for me to not get in your way.
The best way to put me under pressure to see whether I crack or not would be to take a month off.
And that is the sacrifice I'm prepared to make for our business, Phil.
You are
Sometimes I'm not appreciated for it.
You put me to the test and look what happens.
And look what happens. I'm not always appreciated for it, but I don't know. I can't do a lot more for you than that. 16 Sycamore Street, Phil, that was a good auction. I came along and watched you in fine form there.
Yep. And shout out to the new owners of that home. It was a beautiful home. And a lovely piece of history, because Joel Sir, one of our partners, said to me just before we start the auction, do you know my grandfather and grandmother used to live here?
Is that right?
And then they sold that home and purchased land across the road where they built. So lovely little connection there.
I didn't know that.
And I think the crowd responded, Gary, because we had 5 people bidding for it.
They all wanted
sold for well in excess of the reserve. Having said that, the beautiful couple that bought have bought an amazing home.
Fantastic, well done. Hey, by the way, talking about teams and whatever, and I don't want to be guilty of nepotism here, Philip, but Daniel Pearce did pretty well.
Yes,
we should put that article up because
let's
he was
out
of
I don't think one should be guilty of nepotism when the results is tested against everybody else and has been clearly published by somebody else, as it was in the Sun Herald on the weekend.
It was, yeah.
So,
and it's not like they like us, the Sun Herald. It's not going to do us any favours, So they
shout out to Peter Blunden at the Herald Sun, who's a seriously good bloke.
He is a seriously
good
bloke.
And Rupert Murdoch for owning the paper, who's a multi-country magnate. So the Herald Sun's got nothing against us, and if they happen to be watching, we're looking for a sponsorship deal as we speak. But well done to Daniel Pearce.
He came second in the under 30s in Victoria Wide, and Phil, I think under 35 is in the top 10. I think it's number 7 or something. So well done to Daniel Pearce, doing something right.
Tell you what,
not quite sure where that's.
If only there was an under 100s, Gary. An under 100 years of age, you would be well qualified.
Under 100s?
Yeah, under 100 years of age.
What do you mean by under 100 years of age? Well, we're both under 100 years
I know,
of age.
but we could then win something.
Yeah,
we can't win the under 30s, can't win the under 40s, can't win the under 50s. Under 100, somebody have a competition for old real estate agents.
Anyway, look, it's not like the peers haven't necessarily been high achievers in their day, Phil, but that is
Ain't
probably
that the
about
truth?
That's probably, and he was quite smart at school too. So I'm quite worried about his gene pool. I'm not sure.
He didn't look like you, Gary. There's no question we would have done a paternity test.
Well,
in fact,
he did.
I might just sneak behind him in his office and just pluck a hair,
see what's going on,
send it into ancestry.com and see what happens.
I was always suspicious of the pool guy in our last house, Phil.
He was tall.
Always. Yeah, he was tall. He was good looking, and the weird thing is we didn't have a pool, so I was always a bit worried about that. Anyway, boom. Paloma Street, Bentley East, Phillip. That was sold for $1,870,000 with 4 bidders. How did you go there?
Gary,
do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Good.
We had a
about
hotly contested auction where we had a bit of a heckler. She was very forthright and
I heard about that.
Multiple questions all the time, but I did keep my cool, I can tell you. But that was a shout out to the owners of that property who built the most beautiful home. I thought the attention to detail there, Gary, that deserved a competitive auction because it's one of the best I've sold.
Well, we love a bit of a heckler, don't we? And by the way, for those people that are coming to auctions and wondering about decorum and manners, heckle away when Philip's doing an auction because it challenges him and it's good for him, really. Philip, I woke up on Sunday morning to a very beautiful, bright day. Not as early as you would have, because you're an early riser, unlike myself. But Phil, I did get up and get to Mond Avenue for a very special property.
Yes.
And interesting who bought it because there were 2 apartments, one on top of the other, in this beautiful older style, like Art Deco building.
Yes.
And a lady only came once.
Yep.
Didn't make her presence very well known, but came and bid strongly and paid 2.3, well above reserved expectation. And she's got 2 daughters. One's an architect who's going to live in one apartment each, which I think is a perfect buyer.
Lovely.
So well done. And well,
shout out there to the Bank of Mum and Dad. That's doing well.
33.
BOMAD is the term.
Well,
BOMAD
interestingly,
stands for Bank of Mum and Dad. Not that I know whether she's buying it for them or not, or what they're.
Well, interestingly, the kids were looking at the other side of town, and she's like, no, you're coming back. Get to the fold back in this
direction.
Well,
a shout out to that woman because that is really one of the most astute purchases.
I think so.
That is a fabulous property.
33 Edward Street, Elwood, Phillip. Jeremy Roses, he did a great job at that auction. Another one that ran away a little bit. So this low 2s range has become quite popular, Phillip.
Yes.
Properties that aren't necessarily expected to get into that range, but this was a home, 33 Edward, very pretty home. Well done to the vendors who I had the pleasure of seeing, we've got a few different connections with and to. Phillip, we have not sold 2 Banksia Road, and I want to make a noise about it because at $2,250,000, that is a great property.
That is
Phil.
an amazing property,
a solid brick, fantastic home. And the original owners, Phil, were there at the auction, and who you know, but I'll talk to you about them later. And then 3 at 283 Glen Road. Well, the rumour has it that somebody just sort of was walking past.
Well, that's a rumour, Gary, but these people had identified this property as a potential property. So they arrived on the auction, and given the fact that they were so astute around real estate, they were able to make a decision. So shout out to the buyer, shout out to the sellers.
In our very rushed way, by the way, because I know you're rushing and you've got a meeting very shortly to make a big sale. But in our rushed way, we declined to talk about the clearance rates, Philip. And the clearance rate on the weekend was a 71% clearance rate. Because what would an edition of GPTV be like without the towers? 71% of GPA against the industry average of 66% as reported by Domain, and I think 69% by CoreLogic.
69.5
so
at CoreLogic.
In the middle.
So we'll round it out and say we smashed the industry average yet again. Gary, we've got a massive weekend coming up.
We have.
We've got
28 auctions, and we've got them in about, I think, 13 different suburbs.
We kick off. The first one is the most amazing home, Gary, which is going to be this Thursday evening, the 15th of August, 6 Crom Street, which would have to be the most extraordinary property. This is a builder's own home, Gary, complete with basement garage, swimming pool, the most incredible design, the fixtures and fittings, the finishes here are extraordinary. That is a one-off home, Gary. Once that's gone, there'll be a lot of people that will look back saying should have, would have, could have.
Philip, it's a masterpiece, and you know, it wasn't so long ago before $6 million price guide, more or less. You know, we don't know what this will go for. In Caulfield was unheard of.
Yes.
Yet we've had 2 sales in very recent times at around that price.
Correct.
So
correct.
There you go. Phil, we're going to kick off on Saturday morning in Cyril Street in Elwood, if not sold prior. Simon Redonic auctions this apartment.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, great entry into the marketplace.
I love this apartment block, Phil. You used to live just a few doors away. It's 2 at 34 Elizabeth Street, Elsternwick.
The number 1 street in Elsternwick. I think there can be no argument. This is 2 or 3 bedrooms, a bathroom and a car space. That's a wonderful building in a most incredible area.
On the corner of Bent Street, right near Auntie City used to live next
That's
door,
right.
who made the best schnitzels in the world, and I miss her. Holloway Street, Ormond, Philip. Graham Callan is auctioning this property.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, good building, great location.
Is there a better place in the world to start off your Saturday morning than South Yarra? I doubt it, Philip. I'm going to be in Claremont Street.
Claremont Avenue, what a great location. You've got the entire world on your doorstep. Chapel Street, Toorak Road, the Botanic Gardens, everything there is walking distance. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a secure car space and a storage cage.
4 auctions, Philip, at 11:30. We start off in Hartbury Avenue in Elwood with Jeremy Rosen.
A stunning home, Gary. 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, beautifully renovated, fabulous floor plan, and of course, what a great location.
Auction number 3 in Elwood, Philip, on Saturday is 10 at 13 at Beach Avenue.
Beautiful apartment, that one, Gary. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, great floor plan, beautiful order throughout, and the most incredible street.
Mooney Road, Carnegie. Mark Wynn is handling that. Leo Samuel is the auctioneer.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, another car space in front, terrace. That is the most incredible property, and we love Carnegie.
We sure do, Phil. I'm kicking off to my second auction. We love Armidale, that's for sure. And I am doing an auction there at 11:30. Looking forward to it.
2 bedrooms and a bathroom, Gary. Elgin Street, what a great location. You're walking distance to everywhere you need and want to be.
I'm meeting Joel Sir there, Philip, but you are kicking off your first auction a little bit later on Saturday at 12:30, and you're going to be in Lockhart Street in Caulfield. What a great property this is.
Brand new perfection, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, everything that opens and closes. That is brand new, and it is beautiful in every way.
One of Carnegie's finest offerings for the year. Kicks off at 12:30. Leo Samuel is the man who's doing this auction.
Gary, what a beautiful property. Sits on 572 square metres of land, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking, plenty of garden area, and a fantastic floor plan.
Phil, if it's not enough to have one auction Elizabeth Street on Saturday, we're going to do a second one. This time you are the auctioneer at 47 Elizabeth Street. What a
Gary,
great property.
What a stunning home. And again, Elizabeth Street, the number 1 street in Elsternwick, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, a lock-up garage, period features. It is stunning.
Simon Redonic is bringing his gavel to Bentley. Philip, we're going to be in Campbell Street at 1:30 p.m.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space, Gary. That's a great property, isn't it?
Sure is, and I think you're going to be keen to do your third auction on Saturday in Keene Street, Caulfield South at 2:30, meeting Leon Guzan.
I love this location. You've got Princess Park on your doorstep, tram in Hawthorne Road, tram in Glen Huntley Road. Everything is within walking distance. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking. That is an amazing surprise package.
We've got 4 auctions in Carnegie, and our third is going to be in Lion Street. This time, Jeremy Rosens has the auction honours.
Gary, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, off-street car parking, an incredible parcel of land. That is a sensational home. And doesn't it have incredible street presence?
It sure does, Phil, and we are finishing off Saturday at 3:30 p.m. with Leo Samuel in Rosstown Road.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom and a car space, Gary. That's a great location. Walk to Kunang Road.
Busy Sunday awaits us, Philip. We're going to be at Hudson Street in the morning. Jeremy Rosens is auctioning this one.
We both love Hudson Street, and this is a great two-storey town residence. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, beautiful floors, beautiful finishes, and Hudson Street now walking distance, of course, to the East Caulfield Shopping Centre and the train station, Caulfield train station.
We've had a reprice of this home in Fitzgibbon Crescent, Philip, which offers great value. It's happening at 11:30.
It does seem like incredible value, this, Gary, because you've got a parcel of land together with a very livable, lovable home. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, a swimming pool, and Fitzgibbon is a great street.
Leo Samuel's going to be around the corner in Bamber Road at the same time. Philip at 11:30 auctioning this terrific unit.
This development is always done well. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a car space and a carport. That is a tremendous property. I love that development.
An iconic Parkside property, Philip. I love this very unique property and this great looking building in Seymour Road, Elstwick. And I've got auction honours at 11:30.
It is a local icon, this. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, undercover car parking, Gary, a garage. That is an incredible property with a courtyard garden in one of Elstonwick's best streets.
We have 3 auctions at 12:30. Phil, you're kicking off in Theodore Street, Caulfield South with Leon Guzenfitter.
I love this home, Gary. This has got one of the best floor plans. It's brand new, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, a great location, and everything that opens and shuts, it's been done beautifully.
Harry Mackay is one of the best players in the league, Philip. Of course, he heads up Carlton's forward line, and there is a property that we're selling in the street named after him. Now, that is 1 Mackay Avenue, Glen Huntly.
Single story haven, this one, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, beautifully renovated throughout. That is a wonderful home.
Damn it, Phil, we cannot get out of Elizabeth Street, Elstwick, and we don't want to, because
No.
we're there for a 3rd time this weekend. This time, Ben Eisner is bringing in a property 4 Elizabeth Street.
Gary, single story. This is what everybody wants. It's affordable. It's got 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and a lock-up garage. That is really good real estate in the epicentre of Elstonwick.
Some of the biggest numbers of any inspection we've had has been at this home, Philip, at 38 Snowden Avenue, Caulfield. It's been popular. I'm excited about it, and it goes to auction at 1:30.
An amazing home, Gary. That is a really good property in a fantastic street in a wonderful location. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking for as many as 3 cars, or maybe even more if you've got small ones. But we love that home.
Talking about great streets, Philip, Hawthorn Avenue is a terrific position and a great street. John Sweepo brings number 1 to the market.
Gary, this is a wonderful home. It's got all of the accommodation you'll ever want, as many as 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. It's pretty as a picture, and that is a great location. We love that property and the location, because you've got everything on your doorstep, including the tram in Balaclava Road, Hawthorn Road, and the incredible Caulfield Park.
You can walk across the road from our office, Philip, and you'll find yourself at 353 Orong Road, St Kilda East. Mark Kirkham's been handling this one.
Gary, what a beauty. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a car space. You've got Paran on your doorstep, you've got Armidale on your doorstep, you've got Caulfield North on your doorstep, but you've got a St Kilda East address.
Phil, Art Deco glamour at its most magnificent at an affordable level in one of the best streets in Caulfield North, Canberra Grove.
Gary, you can't beat that incredible facade. Sits on a wonderful parcel of land of 609 square metres. 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. There's a great renovation opportunity subject to council approval.
Phil, this is a great block in Hawthorn Road. Love these apartments, great floor plans and really good position. 7 at 19 Hawthorn Road, Leo Samuel
It's a good building, that one, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and you've got Malvern Central, Glenferrie Road, Caulfield Park on your doorstep.
Number 6 Boondara Grove is a terrific address. Philip, you've got auction honours at 3:30. I know you're excited about this one.
Yeah, I love that. I love that location. You're St Kilda East. It's leafy and lovely. You've got Carlisle Street not too far away. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, off-street car parking for a couple of cars, including a lock-up garage.
And leading young agent, if his head's not too swollen, he'll be there at the auction at 4:30 at 40 Wilgar Street, St Kilda East.
Gary, that is a wonderful property. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. We've got off-street car parking there. We've got 322 square metres of land, a lock-up garage, a terrace deck above the garage. That's a really good home.
Phil, we've got 3 properties to review before we go. One of those is a terrific property on the corner of Rose Hill, which not a lot of people know Rose Hill. I mean, I know it as a race course, but there is a Rose Hill Avenue, of course, opposite the Town Hall. Philip, this is on Glenira Road, 373 Glenira Road.
563 square metres of land, Gary, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, some really lovely period detail, and you are right in the epicentre of Caulfield North.
Now, how about this property? One of the most exciting offerings in Bentley, probably in Melbourne. How much of a good-looking home is this, Philip? Number 10, Riddle Street in Bentley.
I would urge all viewers to click on that link and have a look at the video tour, have a look at that property. It's just stunning in every way. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, probably some of the best entertaining space you've ever seen, the most amazing swimming pool. That is as good as it gets anywhere in Melbourne.
We all know Elmhurst Road is a great address, Philip, and number 14 is coming up. A bit of a preview on it right now.
Love this property, Gary. This is 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, undercover parking for 2 cars. It's on 689 square metres of prime land, and Elmhurst is a great location. Gary, there's everything to love about that. What a smorgasbord of properties we've got coming up this weekend.
A smorgasbord of fine offerings that's got us just a little bit more than just a little bit excited, Phil. We are very excited and looking forward to bringing you some great properties to the market. We'll let you know how they all went next week on GPTV. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fabulous spring week.